Well, obviously, we didn't play well enough to beat an excellent football team. We got out-coached, got outplayed. We ran into a situation where we had a lot of opportunities, especially that first drive, to get off the field on third down that we didn't make. Give them credit; they made the plays. I thought physically they blocked on the perimeter better than we got off those blocks, and conversely, we didn't block on the perimeter in our passing game as consistently as we needed to. Disappointed, but I'm not discouraged. I saw some good things out there. I thought Martez Waller ran the ball particularly well. At times, we got into a rhythm on offense, and I think we can build on those things. But clearly, we're not ready at this point of the season to compete against a team like that. But we will get better, and I look forward to getting our guys better.
Questions from the guys?
Coach, what kind of factor did the up-tempo offense have on your defense as far as the number of plays that they ran?
Well, I think in the second half, our guys got worn down a little bit. We had 60-something plays in the first half, and on a warm day, that can wear on you. Particularly when you're going against big bodies. I thought for the most part in the first half, running the ball, there's a couple times we didn't get lined up because of the tempo, and they made some 7-8 yard runs that shouldn't have happened. But when we got lined up, most of the time we weren't allowing the run. In the second half, they were running through some of those tackles, and that happens when you have big-bodied guys and fatigue sets in.
Coach, can you talk about third down defense and how big that was in the first half?
Well, again, you look at that first series. I think we had 3 third down opportunities. They converted all 3, and then it went on a 17-play drive. That we got to get better pressure up front. We got to play tighter coverage, and it's something that they're really, really good at. I mean, they've got an excellent quarterback and receivers, but we've obviously got to get better at that.
And Gerard, do you mind commenting on third down defense as a player? What did you see differently?
Similar to what Coach said, we just couldn't get off the field. A lot of times we were there in position, and we either didn't make the tackle or we're just one step back in coverage. So, hats off to them for making the plays on third down. Besides turnovers, that's a key thing in the game. It's third down conversions on the offensive side and the defensive side. So we definitely got to get better at that.
From their defensive perspective, Coach, how stifling did you think their defense was, especially the linebacking core?
He's asking you.
Tom, me or? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to Brian. I thought they were excellent on defense. I think that physically that's a really talented group. They're really big up front. They've got linebackers that are physical, and I thought their secondary played particularly well. We thought we had potential matchups that we felt good about, but it was hard to keep the pressure off our quarterbacks and make those throws. And when you have that situation, it's tough. Going into the game, we knew we were going to have to go to a lot of our quick game, and we were effective at times, but other times, we didn't do a good job of getting guys' hands down, and they knocked a couple balls and picked balls because of that. And we can't turn the ball over, especially against a team like that.
Brian, when did you initially find out that you were going to start today? And just your thoughts going in and finally seeing live action against first team?
Well, I found out this morning, and I was ready to go. I don't think we were very consistent on offense, and that's something we need to work on.
Brian, you're making your first start on a big stage like this. Were there any nerves initially? Either warm up, the first huddle, and how long did it take you to kind of settle down and have the game slow down for you?
I mean, I was a little nervous before the game, but as soon as that first snap was snapped, then I was ready to go.
Coach, can you assess Brian and Brandon's performance tonight?
Well, I think you got to go back and look at the tape, but just on the surface, we've got to take care of the ball better. And I think we had 3 or 4 turnovers. You do that, and obviously, that's not good. I thought Brian in particular did a nice job with his legs early on, getting a first down, and then did a nice job leading, I think, both scoring drives with Brian. Brandon, I thought, ran the ball well, converted some 3rd and 4th downs just through some gritty running. I think both, did well at times, but again, the key factor is going to be taking care of that football, and we can't turn the ball over.
Coach, Kyrie kind of flew around the field for you tonight. Can you just give me some thoughts on him being out there? He had a career-high 13 tackles tonight.
Yeah, Kyrie's getting more and more comfortable in our defense. We were out there for 100 and whatever plays. We expect our linebackers to make some plays, and he did. But overall defensively, we've got to get much better.
What was the final rush
rationale to start Brian over Brandon? What did that decision come down to?
Well, Coach Schramm and I had talked about this for the last couple of weeks. We felt that Brian had a better overall knowledge of our package. Both of them led our team effectively in our scrimmages, but we just felt a little bit more comfortable with the experience in our package. We knew both were going to play. It really didn't matter who started and who came in the second quarter. It was more of a factor of, hey, who do we feel good about because of the experience in this package? And with Brian being here a year and a half longer, it just made sense.
Did it feel kind of sheepish putting in Brandon when it was 24 nothing? Maybe it was 21. It could have been. I could be wrong.
I don't remember. It was 24.
It might have been 24. 24 nothing. Joe, did you tell him anything? 24 nothing. You have to say something different to him going in the game than 0-0.
No, we told him before the game that that first series in the second quarter he was going in, so he knew. It was a tough situation to go in, but I thought he did an effective job. When he went in there, sparking things. Again, we'll have to look at the tape and grade it critically. With Coach Schramm.
Do you plan on playing them both against Utah?
Likely. And again, we got to go through and look and grade it.
Jerron, what kind of emotions are you feeling right now? You're sitting there kind of quiet, kind of a little pissed. I'm just wondering what you're feeling right now and what you're going to be telling your teammates either tonight, tomorrow, and whatnot about what you're feeling right now.
Yeah, I'm mad. I don't think Coach would like it if I was happy, but we definitely didn't play well, so obviously it hurts, but at the same time, I know that that's not the defense that we are, so we just got to come back, like Coach says, watch the film, learn from it, and get better with this week of practice coming up.
Why do you think this team had a hard time getting going? Was it nerves, the stage? What can you attribute the slow start everybody had?
I think at times it can be nerves. I thought we were in the game, in the arena, competing for a while in that first drive, and we couldn't get a stop. And we'd play well, and third down, you get a conversion, and you get discouraged. And somebody's got to bow their neck at that point and rally guys, and we didn't have that. We had guys try to, it just we weren't effective. And you got to take your hat off to USC. They made the plays. They made some catches under duress. Quarterback would move the pocket and made throws on the money. So it wasn't like that our guys weren't out there trying to compete. They made the plays.
Brian, you guys score on the first drive of the second half that you talked about. What was going through your mind and trying to rally the guys to get things going for that second half?
We just didn't shoot ourselves in the foot. Even in the first half, first drive, we had some good plays, and then I'd make a bad pass or bad read, or we get a penalty, and we kept shooting ourselves in the foot. And when we didn't, we drove down and scored. So we got to get better at that.
And Coach, you talked about the thought process in the second half going to Brian to start.
Well, again, we decided that unless somebody just ran off with it, both would play again. And I think we turned the ball over with Brandon, and our thought was, Brian's taking care of the ball. That's what we've got to do. I thought there was a point there in that second quarter where we scored. We started getting some momentum. We got the ball back. I thought we had a really good chance to score and go back and make it a game right there. And then we turned the ball over, I think, or we turned over on downs. I can't remember exactly. But I thought that was kind of the turning point in the ball game. I really thought at that point our guys started to believe, but we needed to make some plays to get that done, and we didn't.
On those third downs, a lot of them were third and long. How disheartening is it to put them in third and long and you can't get them, you can't go to them?
Well, obviously it's disheartening. We've got to do a better job rushing the passer. They've got a massive offensive line that did a good job in protection. At times we decided, hey, let's rush three and cover. Other times we decided to rush 4 or 5, and you have guys singled up, and they won those one-on-ones. And so you got to try to mix it up, and guys got to learn from it and get their technique better. And just, we had, Brian Harper started the first college football game he's ever played in, and he's in the Coliseum against one of the top teams in the country. That's a tough assignment. I thought Curtis Riley competed much better than he did a year ago. Again, once you're in it for a year, the game slows down, and I think Brian will get much better, but we got to learn from the mistakes we made.
Jerron, you almost picked off the first pass of the game. Do you think that if you would have caught that, things would have been a little different? Set the tone type thing?
Honestly, I've been thinking about that, and you never know, but all you can do is keep moving forward. So I definitely got to jump on it. I probably should have dove for it, but you can't look back on it. You can't think of what if. So you just got to move on from it and try to get another one. Didn't end up happening, but just gotta keep going forward.
Brian, despite the loss, do you feel like you put yourself in a good situation to be the starter next week in Utah?
I don't know. I don't worry about that. I have one goal each week, and that's to go out and win, and we didn't do that.
What was it like, a two-quarterback system now that you played through it? Was it hard getting a rhythm, or did you notice any different?
I don't know. I just try to do what I can when I'm on the field. So when I get my shot, I'm just gonna try to drive down and score.
One last question.
Coach, did you have a plan at running back, or were you just going to stick with Waller since he was the hot hand?
Well, we were going to play Dontel probably earlier, but you're right. Martez was playing really, really well, running the ball hard, and so we decided to go with that hot hand. We put Mice in a little bit, and he did some good things, but I thought Martez did particularly well.